Hello everyone!
Hello!
It's been about 2 months since we moved in and we've had a lot of work to do decking out the flat, as you can see behind, but we figured it was about time and we did promise one, so here's the flat tour.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to flip this around and show you guys. First up, we'll start with the bedroom and move on to the nice stuff in a little bit. This flat tour is loosely based on Rig's flat tour, which we thought was really nice and gave us some ideas for how simple the rooms should be or how complex they should be, and kind of just sort of how you should live, I guess, in terms of what you should have in places and how much stuff you should have. The whole build is very modern, it's about 2 years old, so it's all really nice and clean. We're the first people to live here. But the bedroom itself, the most simple room for sure, just a place of rest, as Rig said. Outside we do have the balcony, and it is top floor, so we've got some really nice views, but it's going to be much nicer out this way. This is our bit of a bigger bathroom, super modern, very nice again, with a lovely, lovely bath and plenty of storage space. We definitely had some challenges with storage space. It took a while for us to really figure it all out. We've only recently got hooks up and some of them are falling off, so we're going to have to work on that, but it's getting there. On to the nicer stuff. This is our place of work, or mine mostly. We have some lovely pictures which we recently got up, and as you can see, it's getting a lot more filled out. It feels really, really sort of packed in here now, which is lovely. Not too crowded at all. There is not a crazy amount of space for sitting, but other than that, it's okay. We got some lovely RuneScape art, as of course we must have, and of course Zuck up there keeping us company. So lots of bits of memorabilia, some figures and things, whatever it may be. And this is our mantis up here, which I will show off a bit later along with the rest of our pets and whatnot. You can just about see her up there if you look carefully. And she shed yesterday, so she's even bigger today. But yeah, all this stuff, including the pictures and things, they took a lot of time to get framed and put up and all that. And we kept delaying and delaying and delaying, but we're finally here. This is my place of work. Hasn't really changed much over the years. That's it really. I need to get an upgrade fairly soon, but it's my little workplace. And let's have a look at, I mean, that room is very technologically stuffed. This is the super open room. We wanted it to be, this is also the kitchen, of course. So you've got the kitchen in here, and then we have the actual living room in its entirety. This is also a storage space nightmare, and of course before anything was done, it was completely unfurnished. We've got some of our lovely hanging plants up there, and over there we got some, these are monkey jars. And of course we have this really lovely top floor view. So this was meant to be a very green room, very open room, very airy, nice bright colors, lots and lots of wood, which we have. Even the floors are sort of nice wood as well. So everything around here is really lovely. Here's some of our pets. We got 2 lizards, a frog, we got the mantis back in there, and we've got some lovely artwork on the walls. We're probably going to get some more as well because we've got a lot of space to fill out. But again, we don't want to have it too much, otherwise it will be a bit cramped over time. Yeah, I do a lot of cooking. I do a lot of cooking. So this is the kitchen now that's been decked out. Things like the shelf up here, they weren't really there for a while. My dad does a lot of woodwork, so he helped build the shelf, and also things like the plant hooks and whatnot. But yeah, we do a lot of cooking every single day. Got a lovely roast dinner tonight. What's in the fridge? There's our roast. Always a stocked fridge, must have one. And then we can have a look outside as well. This is our, well, we can have a look at the plants first. This is our wonderful peace lily. It's absolutely massive. And on the side here we have all of our little indoor plants, some of them flowering crazily. We've got a couple of these guys. These are super fun. I'll do a little segment on them and go a little bit more in depth when I want to show a couple more of them off. But our Monstera, of course, our little cheese plant, also growing fantastically. And excuse the noise, it's a bit of a rainy day. But here is our view. Our wonderful top floor view. About as good as it gets. We're in the south of England, so we have sun actually on the opposite side. We only get it in the evenings here, about over here. And then the mornings we have it from the other side, which is lovely. We don't get the heat of the day, but we do get the really nice beginning and ending parts. So minus a little bit of traffic sounds, which isn't too bad at all. Lovely place to live, very open, very fresh. Not too noisy at all really, minus some roadworks that are going on today. I'll have a look back in. So it's a relatively big flat. We both moved in, brought all our stuff with us. And again, the storage space is a bit of a nightmare, but we're just about there. And it feels a bit like home now, so it's really quite lovely. And now perhaps the moment a lot of you have been waiting for, it's the pets. And we're going to start off with a little Ferg and Roller, Ferg for short. He is an Amazon milk frog and therefore a tree frog, so he jumps around a lot, very active, very mobile, and very small, very cute. His diet consists of a couple of fruit flies, but we've been weaning him off in favor of larger food like some small locusts, and as he gets larger we'll just give him larger locusts basically. So he's really easy to take care of, just needs spraying now and then to keep him moist, and other than that, that's it. He lives a happy life. This is our fish. His full name is Lord Explosion Murder God Dynamite, and yes, we do call him that every time we refer to him. This is Bakugo's hero name from My Hero Academia. If you get the reference, you do. If you don't, unfortunately, you think you think we're crazy, to be totally honest, which is fair. And this guy is a fighting fish, very brightly colored, very, very angry, hence the name. And he will attack his cleaner fish day in, day out, whenever they make a move. Otherwise, very nice, very chill, nice to look at, and not the most playful fish yet. Doesn't really chase fingers or anything like some of the others might do, but he's very chill outside of the, well, attempting to kill the other fish part, let's put it that way. Feed him twice a day, tiny bit of flake food, that's about it. Clean the water, nice and easy. Next up, we have the blue-tongued skink. This is Hachi, and she is also really angry. Emmy has had her since nearly 12 years back, I think. So she grew him/her, we don't really know the sex, it's kind of hard to sex them apparently. But she's had a Hachi for 12 odd years and had her since she was like just a tiny little lizard basically. And nowadays she's a giant fat lump with tiny arms. So not the most friendly lizard, and honestly she's not really like angry, she's more afraid generally. And once you pick her up, she'll be kind of okay. A little bit hissy and that's about it. But honestly just a weird looking dinosaur. And she like scurries about. You can hear her during the night sometimes. In a really fantastic way, if you take her for a fly, she will sometimes do the Superman. Next up we have Pear. This is our little Asian mantis. She is very small but growing rapidly, and every time she sheds she grows maybe 10%, 15% larger. Sheds every about 2 weeks right now, and will do so until she reaches adulthood and slows down over time. She just eats more or less just little locusts, and had some fruit flies, but now that she's getting a bit bigger, she's finding it quite hard to sort of pounce on the smaller flies. They don't quite fit inside her claw reach. So we're getting her upgraded to some larger food over time, and this is her munching on one of those locusts head first in a bit of a gruesome fashion. They are really voracious creatures, big predators, and extremely fast. Last but certainly not least, it's Aki the leopard gecko. He's in the process of shedding right now, so his skin looks a little bit more light colored than it would do normally. He is a very, very old man, one of Emmy's old pets, and a rescue leopard gecko. This guy's a little bit doddery from time to time, and very picky with his food, but super nice. He'll come and sit on your shoulder if you let him out to play around for a bit, and yeah, he's just living a happy life like the rest of them. Now, we're probably going to get a couple more pets. The next one up and coming is a snake. It's going to be an ivory royal python. So in about 2 weeks, you might see that on stream if I can get her out. And if you ever watch the YouTube, we might post some pet highlight videos to keep you guys updated and show them off. Now, outside of the 5 we currently own and the 1 snake we're getting, we do have a couple of, shall we say, unofficial pets. We have a lot of birds that come up because we're on the top floor and we've got this nice balcony. We can feed a variety of birds, from magpies to pigeons to seagulls, believe it or not. Somewhat little bastards. They've flown off with our trays more than once, but they're nice and they're getting a lot more friendly over time. And occasionally we'll go out and find different caterpillars from different places. My parents' garden is fantastic and we live next to some really nice parks, and we're in the process of raising a puss moth caterpillar. Now, we're in the UK, south of the UK, and this is a caterpillar which I've never seen before here. It's not even that rare, it's just, well, it's really bizarre to be totally honest. We had about 2-3 hectic weeks of raising it, having to go out and get leaves, fresh leaves every single day, but they're super fun to play around with. And this guy is now in the fridge, going to be there until about January, February, until we can release it and it will finish its pupation. So this is sort of our unofficial pet side of things, I guess. This caterpillar in particular changes colour when she's about to pupate, and then latches onto some bark and begins spinning her cocoon. And when it's completely finished, it's basically this really hard outer shell so that's her cocoon, and then within it she pupates. It's a really interesting moth. Can't show a picture of her fully grown, but here's one from the internet of what she'll look like when she pupates and emerges in the spring. The final section of this video is of course the houseplants. We have around, I think, 20 now, and it will probably only end up growing. It's a bit of daily work to look after them, but that's expected of any living thing. We have a really nice variety. We had that hydroponic plant back there, aptly named Odin. If you know, you know. Once again, I think pretty much all our plants actually have names, unless they're edible. We have a couple of edible ones outside. Don't name the edible plants. Don't name the edible animals. Pets and happy living plants are all good, but yeah, maybe not the best idea to name things you eat. Got our little bonsai ginseng over there. That's one of our nicer looking plants. Needs a bit of a repot. And yeah, got some repotted strawberries recently, waiting for them to grow up. But everything is doing really fantastically. The nice open air helps an absolute ton. And this room effectively is just a massive greenhouse, which is brilliant. Well guys, that's about it. Hopefully that was pretty interesting and showed off some cool stuff. If you've got ideas about decorating your own place or you're moving out and stuff like that, hopefully this was a bit insightful. And otherwise, I'll leave you guys off with it. So take care. Hope you enjoy. Bye-bye.